Facebook family and YouTube subscribers. I did a post yesterday on Facebook. I want to read what I wrote. I wrote, "It bothers me that so many of us blame all the serious issues that are happening in Black America on everything and everyone else. When do we become responsible for our own lives? Must we continue to blame the system as working against Black Americans? We will never ever move forward if we keep blaming everyone else for our own problems that we have created." Well, I got into a little argument with an individual named Mike, and Mike wrote something that kind of caught my eye. And he wrote that, bothers me is that your tunnel vision that you have while trying to point out Black so-called tunnel vision. Blacks don't blame everything nor everyone for nothing. Social divide is real. Slavery was real. Racism is still real. Racial profiling is real. And then he went on to blame all these issues on poverty, the ghetto, white people, that people are, as if we have all these obstacles that are holding us back, created by someone else. Guys, we need to wake up. We cannot walk through life and continue to blame the problems in the African American community on white people, slavery, drugs, drinking, poverty, the ghetto, lack of education. Because see, all these problems, as far as I'm concerned, are problems that we have created ourselves. Something's fundamentally wrong in our community when we create problems ourselves and blame it on somebody else. We blame all our issues on slavery ended 200 years ago, maybe, but we're still blaming slavery on problems that we have created in our own communities. We don't embrace education. There are good schools in every community, but we don't make our children learn because we're too busy buying cars and expensive houses. We don't have time to sit down with our children because we got to go buy some true religion jeans. See, there's a problem here. There's a material aspect to the Black community that's senseless. When we line up for Nike shoes, when we should be lining up for backpacks to go to school, we have a problem. We don't push education in our communities. These schools could be great schools, but we don't push it. We're too busy trying to get a BMW and a 5,000 square foot house to stick our 18 children in that you should never ever have had. Women having children out of wedlock. No husband, no income, no job, really no place to put these kids, by multiple men. We don't like condoms. We don't like condoms. We don't like birth control. See, this is the problems that we create ourselves. We have created poverty. Because if you're stupid enough to go out and have a bunch of kids and you have no income to take care of them, you have created poverty for you and your children. What is so difficult to understand? I am 43 years of age. I have no kids. And there's a reason for that. At this point in my life, I could not afford any kids. Now, at one point, 10 years ago, I could have. But I knew better even then. I didn't want any kids. I never wanted children. Children take great responsibility, but we drop children out like they are nothing. And we expect this situation to change. The violence that's taking place in Black America is sad. Because we're not shooting each other over money. We're shooting each other over some stupid shoes, an Xbox, a girl, some woman we was fighting over, some dispute or gang violence. The killings that take place in African American communities are not about money or financial gain. We need to understand this. It's about violence towards each other. No one's getting rich off these shootings and killings in the African American community except for the funeral homes. If I get killed today by another Black man, it's probably going to be something like a stupid iPhone or my car that he can do nothing with. They'll find that car parked someplace in some dark alley someplace here in Atlanta. Or something in my wallet. Who carries thousands of dollars around in their wallet? It's very rare that people get shot and killed in the black community and the person who the perpetrator walked off with $10,000. It don't happen. There is no financial gain in the violence that takes place in our community. That's something we do. This has nothing to do with white folks, nothing to do with slavery, nothing to do with poverty. This is ignorance. This is ignorance that we are choosing to do. Our communities look horrible. We won't clean up. Now, that might sound kind of like, okay, well, who cares about the trash and stuff? Well, that brings your property values down. Your home is your largest investment. When I moved into Stone Mountain, Georgia in 1993, it was beautiful. Go out there now. You need to see it. It went down very quickly in the 90s. People wouldn't cut their grass, they wouldn't take care of their house, they would drop trash just everywhere. Property values plummeted. This is our largest investment. And I learned something from that experience. You have to be very careful in certain African American communities. We don't respect each other. We don't even respect our own homes. These were homeowners. These people own these houses. They did not maintain them at all. Stone Mountain looks like a war zone. Much of South DeKalb looks horrible today. And it used to be beautiful. But we blame everything on somebody else. When do we take control of our own destiny? When do we, as African Americans, stop blaming everyone else and even the prison system? Guys, I've been in trouble with the law. I've been to prison. That was a decision I made. I broke the law for nothing. Some bullshit. A waste of time. Why did I do that? I was stupid. I don't blame anyone else for decisions I made at a very early age in my life, 18, 19, 20 years of age. I was stupid. Should never have done that mess. That was me. Not white folks. Not slavery. I was a smart young man who should take his black ass off to college, but instead I decided, well, I'm going to get involved in criminal activity. That was very naive and stupid on my behalf. I cannot blame anyone for what took place but myself. I manned up a long time ago about that and said that was a bad decision on my behalf. Should never have went down that path. When you see guys going back and forth to jail, they are doing that to themselves. They're making bad decisions. No one's making those decisions for them. There are other things that they could be doing. Because think about it. You out there selling dope, you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. The money that you make from selling this drugs, all you're going to do is spend it on a bunch of nonsense. An expensive car, some expensive clothes. You're not going to invest it or do something smart with it. You're going to do something foolish. We see it all the time. And the money is gone. And you're in jail. Or they come and get your ass and take it all away from you. Now what you got? Nothing. We can't keep blaming everyone. White America, slavery, the ghetto. We have to start making more wiser decisions for our own lives. We know what drugs and drinking will do to our communities. Thunder and lightning over here today. Come here, Vegas. I knew you was going to start barking. Come here, Vegas. Come here. I got a biscuit for your ass somewhere around here. Come here. Anyway, like I was saying, we just have to stop this blaming game. Stop the blame game. Come here, sweetheart. Get your ass over here. We have got to stop this blame game. Stop blaming someone else for bad decisions that we make. We got to stop it. We got to wake up. We're making these decisions. We're causing the harm in our communities. Ain't that right, sweetheart? We're causing these bad things in our community. And we can't keep blaming somebody else. We have to be responsible for our own actions in the black community. We have got to really start thinking before we do things. Think before you have a child. Think before you go out there and decide you're going to sell drugs. Think before you go out there and knock somebody across the head for some 87 Buick Cutlass Supreme. Huh? What you do that piece of shit any damn way? We got to make better decisions, guys. We got to make a decision to raise our children and educate them in a much better manner. Make sure they get an education, get an education, get an education. That's so important. Without education, you're doomed in America today. You really can't do anything. You can't read nor write. Now, remember something. My father could not read nor write back in the 40s and 50s and 60s. And he still had a great job and enrolled 7 children. You cannot do that today. You need to learn how to read and write. You need an education. And you need a college degree today by all means. We need to think before we do things and take responsibility for the things that we do. We've got to take control of our own destiny and stop blaming everyone else. And I'm sitting at the I'm about to cook some breakfast. My little rant, rave, whatever you want to call it, is over for the day. But I really do feel that we control our own destiny, and we need to do the right things to change our communities. No one's going to change it but us. And we start by making smarter decisions about the lives that we lead. We decide to live and the things that we do. Anyway, guys, have a great day. I'm about to get breakfast and fight this rainy traffic to get to the gym. Bye.